will have the sense of what she's gearing up towards, as terrified as she is about it, and then we'll have a sense of our guard. This guard is the guard that comes before the strangely beautiful guard. This guard set everything in motion. This guard had a thankless job, and they were operating in 1860s Cairo before being moved to London to prepare for the prophecy. So we'll get a sense of this guard that came before. It's very important for me to choose a different metropolitan setting, but still one that can provide a lot of rich diversity as well. So I will try and compete with the wonderful wind here as my. It's wonderful. Just envision it as you're listening. Think of the rustling leaves as the size of the spirits. It's very fitting. It sounds a lot like this in the whisper world. Persephone sighed as the portal shut behind her, sealing her again in a world of shadow. This damnable purgatory would yet drive her mad with its wailings and whispers, eternal regrets, voiced in endless repetition. And its king. She heard his tread, nearby. There was no avoiding him. A footstep, a scrape. A footstep, a scrape. Flesh, then bone, tick, tock, life, death. Each in the blink of an eye. My lady, came the sad voice of a rotting woman in clothing that may have been Puritan, or perhaps she'd been a nun. It was austere and black and absorbed all of Persephone's shifting, radiant color. The spirit collapsed at her feet, kissing the pale, posy flowers that in an endless cycle bloomed, then rotted as she walked. Persephone felt tears wash her feet and water the dead and fallen petals. What is your name, spirit? The goddess asked, bending to touch the wretch upon the cheek and lift it to its feet. Maria, why do you weep? I cannot quit the darkness. It will not quit me. There is such a void in my soul. Maria, Persephone commanded, look at me. The gray, shuddering spirit did so. Her eyes were cataract-covered sockets. Maria, choose to nullify that void. Misery only wins if you let it. Show me light, my lady, show me hope. The spirit's cries were hungry and desperate, and Persephone had to hush them. If the ghost went on like that, half of purgatory would flock here and devour her whole with their endless need. She closed her eyes. Her light cost her nothing in the mortal world, but here it caused great pain. This place had begun to eat away at her insides. Her divine form had been rotting for centuries, soured from within, corrupting her budding life and infinite youth. She felt her bosom burn, and when she opened her eyes, she saw the shifting rainbow of her life force clear the cataracts from the spirit's eyes. Bless you, my lady, the spirit cried out in celebration. She ran past Persephone, singing, hurried down a corridor that brightened from a deep blackness to a pale gray. Maria was being drawn towards the liminal space, and from there, the liminal would send her onward to the great beyond if the spirit was cured enough. If not, perhaps she would be returned to haunt the earth, spending another round as an observer. Maybe she would be recycled into another human life, given another try to get it right. Persephone wasn't ever quite sure what happened to any soul she managed to free, for she had never made those rounds herself. Her own cycle was more limited. The use of her light made her cough, a sickly sound that rattled more as the years went by. Now and then she brought up blood and seeds, spat them out upon the wet floor of the whisper world. She heard noise, a fleshy clap, then click of bones, a slap of palms, the click of bones. He was there, clapping. They so adore the one who hates them, came his voice, as if from across the cavern. Persephone turned and squinted down the long corridor behind her. The shadows were tall and regal, and the red eyes of the Shadow King burned within. She sighed. This conversation was always the same. Darkness both adored and abhorred when she did such deeds as this. He loved that his subjects welcomed her as queen and begged for her attention, but loathed that she set so many to rest or onwards towards vibrant mission. "I have never hated them," she replied. "You always think you know my heart, and you always fail." "I know one thing," he rasped, "and that is, you hate me." "I didn't used to. I pitied you, as it wasn't your fault. Mankind made you from its waste. Then you killed my love, made him a ghost, so that his arms will never again hold me. I will forever hate you for that." "Promenade with me," the king bid. Persephone knew if she didn't, he'd follow her until she did. When she humored him, he allowed her some more freedom. "Shall you set more of my minions free?" he asked. She coughed again. This time fewer seeds, but more blood. "I wish I could. I'll tell them you are indisposed." King and queen together walked the corridors and caverns, along the riverbank lined with skulls and trellises of bone, crafted with care and fastidiously maintained by the groundskeeper. Darkness's subjects fell at their feet, and many cried out for Persephone's touch, for her time, for a glance. Darkness batted them away with great sweeps of his robe. Its fabric in the ghostly light was visible as crimson. All light was ghostly in this place save for hers. She wept because she could not help those who begged her. Her constitution was too weak. Quicksilver tears fell from her face and rolled away along the stones as tiny metallic beads that disappeared into the crevices and muck of mortal sorrow. Sometimes those tears made talismans and magic. Sometimes they fell useless to the ground. She tried to avoid looking at the floor of the Whisper World. While her step birthed flowers that soon died, the tread of darkness brought forth insects that went scuttling into cracks and seams. The countless tiny movements never ceased to disturb her. "I want to do so much more for them," Persephone murmured. "Every year I can do less and less. This place rots me." Darkness replied. Once she'd used so much of her light trying to set souls to rest that her heart was actually wounded in the process. She'd been almost destroyed by the following seizure. The episode had been so frightening to the entire Whisper World that Darkness had instructed his Gorgon to magically ascertain where the guard was, then hurled her body into their care. Shutting himself back up in the Whisper World, he had left her with the guard in old Ireland until she was well enough for him to reclaim her. She remembered her convalescence with wistfulness. Realizing they were passing the grand dais, where the river became a moat surrounding vast stone pillars wound thickly with dead ivy, crumbling ruins that had always been ruins, Persephone withdrew her hand. One pass was plenty, and Darkness would not dare press his suit. She could use her light to scald him if he did. She'd done so before. Yes, she could hurt Darkness, but she was not powerful enough to overtake him in his own domain. For that, she would need help. She would need an army, just to fight the minions who flocked to him. While many spirits sought her help, many more would rather see her bleed. If she battled Darkness, she might set an army of the best of life against an army of the worst of it. But she was not a creature of war. Love and peace were her calling, and thus plans of battle were lost on her. "Good night," she murmured. "I continue my walk alone." Darkness's Raphaelite face, and then his skull, scowled. He stalked to his throne, sat, and whipped his robes into place. The layers settled in a pattern, the shape of a great crimson rose. It remained the only color save for hers in this dreary place. An enormous red rose frozen in the heart of Darkness. Beneath the petals, mere bones. That was Darkness's tempting lie.